turn the heat completely off. I'm telling you, you will never eat a potato so delicious in your life. All right, if you've been having trouble with making some delicious roasted red potatoes, you know, the ones where they're really crispy on the outside, but nice and soft and pillowy butter on the inside, I got the fix for you, all right? Let's do this. First thing we're gonna do, and I'm gonna let the cat out the bag really early. We've got a pot of hot water here that I'm almost up to a full boil. And while that's waiting to come to a full boil, we're gonna add, I've got about 2 quarts of water in here. Just regular old tap water is fine. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. And this is where I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag here. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now, why is this so important? Okay, so let's break this down. What that baking soda is going to do is it's going to make the water more alkaline, less acidic, okay? And what that does is it's going to, when these potatoes get in here, it's gonna break down the outside of the potato faster than the inside. And that's why it's gonna get crispy on the inside and kind of less, you know, more moist or crispy on the outside and less moist on, or more moist on the inside. So that's so important. The baking soda is a huge, huge first step. So let's get our potatoes here. And I've got some red potatoes. I've got about a pound here that I've cut into quarters. Okay, so we just had a half a potato here and then the other half was there and I just took it down and I cut it into quarters, okay? So we've got our water boiling. Let me see if I can just, no, it's not gonna work. We'll have to go in here like this. So, get our potatoes in. Once the water's boiling. And we want to boil these till they're just fork or knife tender. We do not want to go over that because then we're going to miss out on how to make these perfect. So we get these all in here like this. Get rid of this here. And now we just want to let these go, all right? Just let them go like so. And again, probably about 5 to 10 minutes is all it's going to take. We've got high heat going, okay? And I've got a knife here that will check to see if they're fork tender or knife tender. When it comes right off the knife, that's where we want. And I'm going to show you the next step after that, which is really, really important. I'm going to show you how that alkaline affected the outside of that skin and kept the inside of the potato moist. That's the first very, very big step on how to get these restaurant style, just amazing tasting, crispy potatoes. I mean, you just, they are so delicious when they're done the proper way. While these are going, we're gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna get our bowl ready for when we take out our potatoes, and we're gonna add in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, probably about 1/8 of a cup, maybe 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon juice in there, about a teaspoon, and some red pepper flake is what I like, all right? And we're just gonna set this aside and kind of let that oil get all infused in there. And you can kind of get it around the bowl like so, okay? And again, while I have you here, one of the things that I talk a lot about in my ebook, Cooking Made Simple, is about learning how to make a commitment to your equipment, okay? And you know, like this bowl here. I mean, you should have one in your home, okay? This sheet pan, also, you should have one in your home. I know I grew up on these sheet pans here. You know, we used to call these cookie sheets. I still have one, obviously. And these are good, they're fine, but you can see that they're just not as durable. So I really recommend picking up a nice, strong sheet pan. You can get a half sheet pan or you can get a whole one like this. They're just so, I mean, they work so well. One of the things I talk a lot about is the fact that sometimes when you're trying to elevate your cooking, right, and get your cooking confidence elevated, you've actually failed before you started. because your equipment's just not up to par. So make a commitment to your equipment. And I talk all about that again in my ebook. You can pick one up. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You'll also get this entire recipe in that description box below as well. All right. So let's check what we're doing here with these potatoes. Okay. Probably got another 3 to 4 minutes maybe. We can just look at, we'll just take one. We'll see where we are so you guys can see. Pierce it. Almost. Let's say about another 3 minutes. So we're going to step away. When I come back, they'll be perfectly cooked. We're probably cooking them about, I would say, a little over halfway is all we want to do, right? We do not want to cook them all the way because then you've lost the game, okay? But that baking soda, I'm telling you, is the key to breaking down that outside skin, but keeping the potato inside nice and moist. Oh, it's going to be unbelievable. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, come on in here. Let's look at what we got going on. It's been about a total of 10 minutes. And they look amazing. Let's just take one of these here. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, boom. Perfect. Okay. So we'll turn the heat off. And we'll now remove our par-cooked potato into our bowl, which was the olive oil, a little lemon juice, and some red pepper. And by the way, I did forget to mention that before you even start this process, you want to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. If it's a convection oven, 400 degrees is fine, but 450 if it's just regular. Okay, you want to get that going. The oven, you want to get nice and hot. Okay, so all of our potatoes are out. Now, here's what I want to show you and why that baking soda was so important. And this step is crucial, okay? What we want to do now is we want to what we call basically roughing these up. And what that means is you're going to see, look at this bowl here. You see how it's nice and shiny? Well, once we rough these up, I want this to look cloudy. I want the starch to come off of these because that's going to be the real key on making these potatoes just amazingly crispy once we put them in the oven. So what we do here is we just go like this. And what you will start to see is the cloudiness of that starch coming off. Look, as the oil is incorporated in, look at that pan now. Put this one back in. Look at that. You see? You see the starch? That's what we want. Now, that's the alkaline that did that. We took the acid out of the water, and this is more broken down than the inside. So, so important. Then what you want to do is you take your sheet pan, and if you've got a good one like this, a cookie sheet would work, but the bottoms aren't very, very strong. And when you have high heat, like 450 degrees, you got to be careful. So a good sheet pan, I'll leave a tag on all this equipment if you're interested in picking one up. And we're just going to stretch these out like this. Okay. Now this is the time, the most time it's going to be involved in this whole process. Okay. Because this is going to be going in the oven on 2 separate intervals, 20 and 20. We're going to do 20 minutes, then open your oven up, pull them out gently, and then turn them, okay, and then back in the oven for another 20 minutes, almost to a T. This is a pound, so look, about 40 minutes. That's going to be the maximum time. And honestly, the end result is unbelievable. And then there's one final step that really is the chef's tip, the pro tip of the entire day besides the baking soda that I know you're going to love, so you can't go anywhere. I'll put these in the oven. We'll be right back after about 40 minutes. We'll see what they look like, and then I'll show you the final step. Don't go anywhere. Roasted red potatoes. Delicious. Be right back. All right, come on in here. We just pulled these out. I want you to hear. I want you to hear. Listen to this. You hear that crispiness? Oh, look at the color. 40 minutes, turned on both sides. Oh my goodness. This is what we're talking about. so beautiful, so crispy, but we're not finished here yet. This is where most people stop right now, and this would be fine, but this is how you really take it to the next level. So we've got a nice saute pan here. We're going to fire this up on some high heat. We're going to use a couple different fats here, some extra virgin olive oil, probably about a tablespoon. And I'm also going to use 4 tablespoons of unsalted whole butter. And we're going to take some garlic paste, equivalent of about 2 cloves, which is about a teaspoon, just like that. What we want to do is get this going. And we want to infuse the garlic into this fat. Combination of the butter and the extra virgin olive oil creates something very, very spectacular. So we just want to get this all infused. That garlic is not going to burn, so don't worry. But this is the step, I'm telling you, which takes these potatoes to a whole nother level. And again, this is so worth it, these steps. Okay, once everything is done like that, we can just take our potatoes, put them into our pan. Oh gosh, look amazing. Now we want to hit them with a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then I've got a mixture of parsley, thyme, and rosemary, all fresh. Put that in there like that. And then here, we want to do the flip. Now I know a lot of people don't do the flip. That's fine. You can just stir if you want. It all works out perfect. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Turn the heat completely off. I'm telling you, you will never eat a potato so delicious in your life. And then now, we're just going to take it to the plate, or a platter here, like so. Look at that. And nice little butter on top. Wow. And there you have it, my friends. Beautiful roasted potatoes. Nice. Just crispy on the skin, fluffy and pillowy and moist in the middle on the potato. You cannot go wrong. Trust me, when you make these, you will never go back. This is the way to do it. I know a lot of people have always had a hard time. The couple things that we did differently this time: parboiled 50% using that baking soda. So important to get that alkaline, get the acidity out of there, okay? That breaks down the skin, okay? Then, after we put it in the oven for 40 minutes at 450 degrees, we took it to the saute pan. We had a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, some unsalted butter, and some fresh herbs. We used parsley, thyme, and rosemary. And at the last minute, before I forget, we're gonna take a little bit of lemon juice, just a little bit, and just drizzle a little on top like that. You can even do some Parmesan cheese too on top of this. So many different things. You can kind of just do your own thing at that point, but that is what it's all about. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Chef Brian's Kitchen. I am Chef Brian. Listen, also, if you would like to support the channel, if you enjoy what you're seeing here, there's a new membership button. Click that and join, become a member, get all the perks that are involved with that. Really would appreciate that. I can't wait to see you next time right here on Chef Brian's Kitchen. Remember, as always, eat well and stay healthy.